So I do want to talk about the police budget and what's happening with, defunding the movements about defunding the police all over the place. But, I was just thinking about, it's got to be hard because I'm not a big rap fan, right? So I don't really listen to a lot of it. Back in high school, I would listen to, Fight the Power because it was in a movie, Do the Right Thing. So I liked it. But I do respect people who like rap, and a lot of my white friends like rap, and I'm not a big fan. So, but I think we should give like a blanket absolution if you're in your car and you're a white person singing to some rap song you love, to sing along with the rap artists when that word happens. I think if you're in your car, nobody can hear you. Yep. It's okay if you love the artist and you're just celebrating the song. It's okay, right? Or am I wrong?
Well, here's the thing. First of all, Elvis, I just want to start out. Elvis was a hero to most. He never meant shit to me.
Yeah. Straight out racist. Motherfuck him and John Wayne. You see?
Right. Yeah. You see,
I'm not that white, Bobby. I'm not that white.
There's been examples of like white celebrities. Like I think there was a baseball player who was like an all-star a couple years ago. And they went through his tweets when he was 17. Mm-hmm. He posted rap lyrics because he liked rap, and the N-word was used on his Twitter account, but he was like quoting a rap song. Right. And he almost lost his career.
Now, can you, first of all, can any of us imagine what would have happened to us now if we had a Twitter account at the age of 17?
No. You're not. I would have said so much stuff about Ronald Reagan and apartheid.
One of the first things I ever did when Facebook came out is I'd read this like Stephen Colbert book. You see that one when it came out, the first one? It was just a hilarious book, and it was like writing in really small font, and it was making fun of old people who couldn't read the font. I just thought it was hilarious.
Right.
So on Facebook, I wrote, "Hey, blind people, go fuck yourself."
Right.
And people did not like that joke. And then a friend of mine's wife like worked for the blind, and then you can just imagine like what happened. I was like, don't do that again.
Yeah.
Right.
But on the other hand, with that though, I think it's very similar in the things that we said to people that did not find it appropriate. Because I think most of us, except for Bobby, came up in mainline, toxic masculinity, where guys were allowed to say shit to anyone. We got schooled a lot, right? Yeah. Especially coming into the arts. I got schooled endlessly because of the shit that would come out of my mouth.
What do you mean? Like, you got schooled by whom?
Women, black folk from other cultures, on a multicultural level, people coming from other countries. It was like a constant barrage of, oh, fuck, I need to rethink how I think. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that's changed.
No, I was just going to... Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I wanted to go back to Andrew's original point of the hip hop lyrics, which I will hum through in some states. There are some points where I just go, I honestly can't remember what goes here. If I'm going to go to Mike Judge's Office Space, and this sums up the white privilege argument of the whole thing entirely. And it's when Michael Bolton, not that Michael Bolton, the one in the movie, is in his car and he's singing along to gangster rap, and the full lyrics are in full display, and he's just hopping along and loving every second of it. And then he's in jammed up traffic, and this black guy, homeless fellow, is selling flowers or something to make some money. And you can see Michael stop singing and nervously go, and the hand creeps up to lock the door beside him.
Right, yeah.
And that is every single white person who says, how come I can't say the N-word in songs?
That's a good point. Like, I think, there is that, you can celebrate black culture, but what respect do you actually have of black people? Like, there's an article about Wendy Melnick, who's had some disciplinary action because she used the N-word while talking, because she was quoting somebody else, and there was a black person in the room. And to be honest, like, and this is me, and I could be totally wrong, and you can cancel me if you want. But if I'm that journalist in that room, and this is just me, I care less about whether she says the word, and I care more about my prospects as a journalist within the company to get advancement. You know what I mean? Like, what do?
Yeah, I'd cancel you.
Does she? You can cancel me all you want. Like, you know, I mean, I wrote a play called. It was based on the Harlem Renaissance, and in the Harlem Renaissance, writers like Zora Neale Hurston and Langston Hughes and Wallace Thurman, they lived in this place that they called the Hotel Niggerati. They thought it was funny. It's a, you know,
What?
they called it. They lived in this townhouse in New York, and it's not there anymore. But
Bobby, he said the Hotel Nig. Boo!
Exactly. Yeah. And Todd gets canceled yet again. But so it's like, you know, it was called the Hotel Niggerati because they saw themselves as being the black literati of the time. And so I wrote this play, and one of the locations in the play is the Hotel Niggerati, and the stage manager had to say it over and over again. All right, starting from, you know, please, we're going to location the hotel. Is it? And she would look at me. It's like, is it okay to say it? I'm like, just say it. Come on, we got.
Yeah, but that's not the same situation as you described as the woman in the office when I guess it was another journalist popped off with the word. A lot of it depends on how you say it. Right? Whether it's showing that you have the freedom and the privilege to use it,
right?
Or are you innocently quoting someone? I don't think it's possible in our culture if a black person is in the room to use that word with any sense of innocence.
You know, it's funny because there's this sublimation aspect to it too, right? Like I remember I published a couple of plays called Half Chinks Taking Over the World,
right? And
I distinctly remember white people loved the title so much, and they would repeat it to me. They would be like, "I love your play, Half Chinks Taking Over the World." It's like they could finally say, and I spelled it with an X, right? Cool. And people
what are half chunks?
I don't know.
It's like but I remember like Asian friends of mine ripped me a new fucking asshole because it's like, oh, what, you think you're black? Like you think you're like an Asian N-word? That like it just became like a thing. So it's a complex issue, you know?
Yeah.
I honestly though, like I have great respect for you, Louis. I have a great respect for you, Bobby. But honestly, like I think
I did not get mentioned there. I love that.
Exactly. All right, Terry.
Todd, you're on your own.
Exactly. Good luck. No, I think that if Wendy turned to the black writer and said, okay, so we have to use this word, like, can we use it? Is it appropriate to use in this room and not? Like if Wendy gave that writer the respect to say, you're in power right now, you let us know what's appropriate and we'll go from there. And if the black writer was like, use it, I don't care. Or if the black writer was like, you know what, it makes me really uncomfortable, whatever. But if Wendy had given that person the power, then we wouldn't be talking.
Oh, well, that's a different story. I didn't realize that was the situation. So she gave, describe the scenario.
No, like,
I'm not clear on it.
What I'm saying is the problem is that Wendy didn't talk to the black writer. She didn't consult.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't give that person power. To me, the issue is power. The issue is, does that black writer have any power in the organization, let alone in that room?
Right.
Well, I have been in situations where young white guys, drunk or otherwise, have used the word loudly and at the same time loudly ignoring me.
Right.
Right. So it's, for me, that's when I want to get old school and fuck a motherfucker up. I'm too old to do so. So I just look pissed and walk away. But it's done with a certain amount, with me being present. There's no innocence involved in that.
You know what, Louis? I was in Blythe, Ontario. I was doing a show there, and there was like a 10-year-old kid, 10-year-old blonde kid on the corner, decided one day, I was walking by, he decided to call me nigger, and I turned and I said, what? He ran, I'm running after him, And as I'm getting close to catching him, I'm thinking to myself, Andrew, what are you like, is he going to beat the shit out of a 10-year-old? Like,
Optics.
let it go.
Optics.
And then the Blythe police sweep in.
Exactly.
Right.
And then it just gets better from there.
The interviewing the kid is, okay, so who robbed you, kid? Well, it was a white guy. Oh, a black guy dressed as a white guy. Interesting.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But
I
you know,
actually,
the rap
my-
lyrics argument is slightly different though, right? Because look, if someone just calls you the N word or someone says whatever, the C word, I guess you would call it to me, whatever the slur is,
Yeah.
like it's egregious, it's obvious, it's wrong.
Mm.
But when somebody likes a song and you know, it's like, do you think that black rappers have a problem getting rich off white suburban kids buying their albums?